Hey everyone, welcome to yet another video. And I thought that instead of watching me speaking, why don't you watch this beautiful thing just in creation? So, this video is regarding portfolio and interviews for the CEED or NID exams. So, I usually hesitate to talk on these topics because these are very subjective things. No two portfolios and no two interviews will be same. I mean, it depends on so many variables, like from what educational background you come from, and which design discipline you want to go in, you want to pursue. If your portfolio is accepted in the industry, there is no reason that it won't be accepted here in any of these institutes. So this is a big dilemma, and it's a very common question that I get every time, that what are the projects that I should do? Here's the thing, there are two school of thoughts. Number one, inquire about the projects that will be good enough, that will be accepted, and also the projects that show your skill set, which are important to get you accepted in these institutes. That's one school of thought. The other is the projects that you really like to do, that you would love to be a part of, okay, that you would do out of passion. So I am from the other one. I put the projects that I wanted to do, and somehow it coincided with the other. Okay, and there was a nice juxtaposition of both. So let's not be an extremist like me, because it's totally dependent on which design discipline you want to opt for. In animation and communication, it's very relatively easy to juxtapose these two things. So find out a way which will help you incorporate both kind of projects, okay, and don't think over it too much. Just I would suggest that do the projects that you want to do, that you want to be a part of, you would love to do, and somehow incorporate the skills that is expected from you to have into those. So there is one way to approach for the projects that you want to know would be accepted or expected from you, is just going through the website of different IITs and looking about what are the projects that are going on over there, and just reading about the professors, what they are into. So a big source of information can come from DSource. Okay, so DSource is a website by IIT Bombay, IDC, where they just put out their projects, whatever they have done till now. So I would again say that art and design both are self-exploratory processes. Why am I telling this is because through these processes, if you come to know about yourself, it would be really easy for you to convey that information about you through your portfolio to the viewer. Remember, your portfolio should tell about you in your absence. Imagine it like a letter. Okay, when you are not there, your letter reaches somewhere and it tells things about you. Whatever you want to say, it tells with clarity. So if you have clarity, your portfolio will have clarity. So there's a video that I made beforehand where I was talking about how to incorporate projects into your portfolio. What should be the anatomy? Quickly, I'll go through that. So this is how you should arrange your projects if there are multiple, because there will be multiple projects. Number one, don't put a lot of things. Don't put everything in your portfolio. That's not recommendable. Put the best work that you think that, okay, this is something that I'm confident about and I can speak on it confidently. Because remember, your portfolio can be a subject in the interview. And it can very often be, because when your interviews start, okay, they already have gone through your portfolio. So start with the best project that you have, and similarly go forward. So this is how a project should be divided in such a way that it should be comprehensible enough. Number one, just write a small synopsis, not a big paragraph, small synopsis with the final prototype or final product, whatever you have created, whatever your end product is. In my case, they are videos, they are paintings, they are sketches, they are concept arts, they are comic books. So whatever the subject is, just write a small synopsis about it and a final output. Then comes ideation and references, because no thought that will ever come in your mind is a new thought. You are not the first person in this world. Before you, so many people have arrived and left. So every thought is old enough. So think, if you have an idea in your head, just go through the web, you will find something similar to it. Those things are called references. So I'm not telling that an idea that you have in your head, if it is done, you should not do it, because you will do it in your own way. Okay. So make sure that your own way makes it a little distinct, and it should also become an upgrade. So the second point should be ideation and references. The third step should be the preparatory stuff. Um, when I say preparatory stuff, it can be the beginning sketches, and how they upgrade, basically the process that you have followed. Okay. And the last should be the deliverables and the mock-ups. Because sometimes we often create the product, and when I say product, I'm not only talking about physical products. Everything is a product. Everything is the result of some process. A product has always a use, right? So the mock-up will help the viewer understand that how your prototype, how your product is being used, whether it's a poster for an advertisement, for a magazine. So this is how an anatomy of a project looks like. It utterly comes out of my common sense that you should not write way too much, because reading stuff takes time. Okay. And especially for the professors who have a lot of portfolios to review. So instead of writing a lot of paragraphs, make it short and simple, write points, bullet points, and use a lot of information graphics, okay, to tell the information, to convey the information. Make sure that your portfolio is readable, comprehensible, and it should not test the patience of the viewer. Okay, don't make it way too long. And obviously, again, I'm telling you that your portfolio is uh, basically you yourself in your absence. It will tell about you in your absence, what you exactly are and what you want to do in life, what, in which area you want to prosper. Everything comes out from your portfolio. So this also will be carried forward in the interview. In the interview, the first question is, why do you want to pursue masters from this college or that college? So the basic prototype answer is, oh, I love design, I do this every day, you know, uh, I'm innovative, I think innovative. These are prototype answers, okay, which everybody knows that, you know, you're faking it. Because if you really have the love for what you want to do, then you will do it, and your portfolio will show it. So if you say that, okay, I like to draw, I like to sketch, that's why I want to pursue animation, or I want to pursue communication. Okay, so your sketchbook should tell that, right? So this is my sketchbook. I draw every day. I find out time to draw every day, and I write my ideas down. Whatever, doesn't matter how creepy, how bad, how good those ideas are. I just put them on paper. So if I really love it, I will do it. That's the point I'm making. Imagine this: if you are not coming from a design background, and you say in the interview that you have a love and passion for design, then the very first question that will come to you is, then why didn't you choose it beforehand? Okay, what was stopping you from pursuing it? Okay, you might be honest, you can be honest there, and you should be honest there, and just say that you were unaware of those things. That's cool. Okay, the crux of uh, cracking an interview is honesty. Often people fake in the interview, and you know what, the person sitting in front of you, not only the professor in any institute out there, even if you go out in the industry, the person who takes your interview is often more experienced than you. When I talk about the professors are in their 50s and 60s. I am half of their age. So the amount of time I have spent on this planet is equivalent to the amount of experience they have in their respective fields. And this is not the first time they are conducting an interview. They literally see through you. So if you fake, you'll get caught. Okay. And one more thing, which is the most important thing that you should figure out before creating your portfolio, or before selecting a project, and before sitting for the interview, is just find out the reason why you want to pursue what you want to pursue. From which I mean that if you really want to pursue MDiS, what is the reason? Apart from the packages or money. Okay, I'm not against it. Everybody has their financial ambitions and they have all the right to have that. Good for you. But apart from that, find out a way to fall in love with what you want to do. So make sure that the work that you want to do is somehow appreciating your hard work. You should not cry while putting hard work into it, because trust me, whatever job you want to do after this, okay, it will demand a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of hard work from you if you really want to be on the top. And it's not a competition. When I say on the top, I am talking about the competition within. Okay, the best version of yourself. If you really want to be the best version of yourself, then you really have to work hard. So that hard work will only come if the motivation is coming out from somewhere else. Okay, passion can be created for everything. If I do a particular thing, let's say if I want to animate, animation I love to draw, true, but every process that I want to be a part of has a slight chunk of steps that I hate to do. Okay, for example, I hate to color while drawing because every frame I'm using the same colors, every frame. Okay, so I hate to go into that process. It's a mindless process for me. So what pushes me to put that much amount of hard work into that is the love and passion for the whole process, not for one particular step. So make sure that those steps which don't have a calling for you are very small in whatever you pursue in future. So I would just roughly tell you about how my interview was, because your interview might be totally different from this, because obviously design discipline and what you want to do in life and which professor conducts your interview. So my interview was straightforward and it just lasted for 10 minutes, but you know what, I was just honest because I did not have any mock interviews beforehand. I did not talk to a lot of people how interviews are. I was clueless how literally interviews are. So I thought that whatever they will ask, because I had a lot of work done beforehand. So even if they ask anything, my answers will be honest because I was the part of the process of whatever I had submitted. So I was pretty chill. Okay, so the first question, obviously they asked that why do you want to be an animator, why do you want to be a part of IDC, and why you want to pursue MDiS in animation itself, why not any other field? So obviously I had done a lot of research about animation out of passion only, because I wanted to be an animation filmmaker since the very beginning. I said that animation is a medium that extends the live action thing. The things that you can do in live action um, are very limited as compared to the things that you can do in animation. In animation you can literally make a turtle walk and run faster than a rabbit. Okay, in live action it is very difficult to do, and with VFX you can do, but again the VFX is also a subset of animation itself. So that was my answer. So the second question that was asked was, okay, let's say that you are the best animator in the world and you have all the money in the world. Okay, you don't have any production constraint. What are the films that you will make? And trust me, I was not ready for this question. So and this came out of my honesty that I am going to make the films that will bring different communities together, the people who have differences and they still live in the same geography. If they could somehow find a common ground just after seeing my films, okay, uh, then I would go for those films. But they were asking for a specific answer. This is an umbrella answer. Okay, so, and I was really hesitant of giving a specific answer because I was not prepared. I was really processing what to say in that particular amount of time. So uh, after the examiner, the invigilator pursued, he asked me, okay, tell me a specific film that you want to make, a specific topic which you would cover. So I jumped on Castism because I belong from UP. I have lived most of my life in Maharashtra, in Mumbai and suburbs of Maharashtra. But when I go to my hometown, I experience a few things that has, in my thinking, that has dragged the whole state of North India in backwardness, poverty, and whatnot problems. I mean, most of the prime ministers are from UP, and yet people are migrating from my state. What I think, this is very honest, that because of casteism, it is happening. So anyway, so there was a counter question on this. So the professor asked me that what's wrong with casteism, and I was like, oh, dude, I don't know whether it is an obvious answer or not. What's wrong with casteism? Everything is wrong with casteism, right? Anyways, but he asked me like this, okay, what is wrong with casteism? I said it gives a false sense of pride to the upper caste people. Okay, they have achieved nothing in life just because they are born in a particular caste. They demand respect from others, and respect and special treatment. So the next question was, are you an Indian? And I was blown away. What kind of question is this? Are you an Indian? I said, of course, I'm an Indian. I identify as an Indian, right? I was born in India. So are you not proud of being an Indian because you are born in this country? I said, of course, I'm proud of being an Indian. Who would not be? So he said, then what's wrong with caste? They are born in their particular caste and they're proud to have that identity, the way you are uh, proud to be an Indian. And I really did not know the answer of this. I took a little while and I gave it a little thought and said that uh, the pride that I have for being an Indian is not a false sense of pride. So I said that a person who is born in upper caste has a false sense of pride. Okay, and the difference between his pride and my pride will be that he or she will expect and demand respect from the lower caste people, whether or not he or she is worthy of it. But if I go out somewhere in the world apart from my country and I meet a lot of people who are Americans, who are Greek, who are Japanese, I won't go out and say, hey, mushi mushi, respect me because I'm an Indian. I won't do that. But the caste lets you do that. This is what I said to the professor, and then you know what, they were satisfied, pretty much satisfied with my answer, because it was coming right out from my heart. Okay, I was not faking it. Okay, I was processing everything in due time. So that was my interview, and you can figure out that this interview is not going to be repeated with you. No two interviews are same, no two portfolios are same. There is not one particular way. Just listen to your heart what it says and create a portfolio that will, speak for you in your absence. So yeah, if you like this video, like it, share it, and subscribe, and do join the Telegram group, because a lot of like-minded people like you are there, and you can approach and take help from any one of those. And it's always good to be a part of community. Cool. Thank you.